What's up, everybody? It's your boy CP again, back here to give y'all some more knowledge. Today's topic, what we're gonna talk about, and it's actually funny how this started because in the movie, this is about the movie Black Panther, where I originally got the thought from. But during the movie, there's a scene, and I could have sworn they said one thing, and then when I go back to rewatch it, because I was trying to get the quote right for this video, and different places I went to watch the movie, they all, whenever the part comes up, they start talking in another language, and I'm like, I don't remember that in the movie theater. Like, I don't remember. I remember them saying something else, and now I feel like it's like Mandela effect or something like that, or whatever they call it. But anyway, the scene I'm talking about is after the casino, and then they go on a car chase. They're chasing Claw. He's like one of the arch enemies of Wakanda, and he been roaming around for years or whatever. I remember T'Challa's best friend, I forgot the guy's name in the movie, but the guy that played him Get Out, he was like real upset that they haven't handled that yet. And so, definitely T'Challa had that on his mind that, he was finally about to finish it. And so the car chase ends with Claw's car crashing, and he falls out the car. He's like all slumped. It was in a car accident. And so T'Challa comes up to him and basically, gives a little speech before he about to finish him. So then eventually he grabs him or whatever, and then he's about to like claw him or whatever to death. And as you can see, as it's all going on, after the major car crash and stuff like that, people started surrounding around in a circle. And then, they pull out their cell phones, video record and everything like we do. The movie was very modernized. I like how they got several aspects of how we actually are. And that was one of the main ones that I noticed. And so everybody's like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And so the first thing that comes out of Claw's mouth at this point, where he's finished and he got him about to claw him, he's like, mercy, King, mercy. And notice he said mercy, King, because he knew the situation. He knew that they were surrounded by civilians. He knew that everybody had the cameras out. He knew that if he was to kill him, he was going to kill him on national television. It's going to be televised all over the world. And so, I said national, international television. And so then that's when Okoye and Nakia run up. And I could have sworn when I was in the movie theater, they said, King, the world is watching. And for him, that was like the signal for him to stop. It's like, yo, you can't do this. Like, he deserves it. And we need to get rid of him. But like, you have an image to uphold. And Claw knew that too, so he played into a mercy, King, mercy. He played into that. It's like, you really gonna kill me on international TV? It's not a good look for you. Come on. And so he was right, and he did spare him. And so the main point about this that I want to talk about is that we're not all Black Panther. We're not T'Challa by any means. He's not even real, but we are all, a brand. We all have a self-image to uphold. And we have the ability to have some effect on how the world perceives us. For example, we talk about all the time, like people on Instagram and stuff like that. Oh, they don't really live that life. This and that. They be flexing for the gram. This and that's actually real. But like somebody that does not know them in real life and they only know them for the gram, think about how their life looks to them. That's why social media can be it's a blessing and a curse, because everybody posts their like highlights, and so everybody, somebody who may be in a rut in life, they're looking at it like, dang, everybody living, my life sucks, I can't go on vacation, but everybody on vacation, and it's like, bro, like they might be going in debt going on this vacation. You don't even know what they got going on for real, but they flexing on the gram. So I really want to drive on the point that we all have our personal brand, and we all have some ability to really control what that is for the world. The 48 Laws of Power, I think it's Law 25. Yeah, it is, because that's 25 is one of my favorite numbers. And so it's recreate yourself. And what it talks about is that we all have the ability to kind of create an image of ourselves, of what we want the world to portray us as. So if you want it to be like a lawyer, you'll dress really sharp, you will have suits, you might have like an expensive briefcase. Eventually, once you get money and stuff like that raking in, you probably want to drive like a Mercedes or something like that. So when you pull up to clients or they pull up to you, it's like, oh, look at him, his life is together, this and that, and you just have that professional image, but you can kind of control that. If you like driving like an old beat up hoopty that's like clanking and shit or whatever, and you need to represent like somebody, a high profile case, you know, like the OJ Simpson case, something like that. OJ not gonna hire you, or you know, like, not, let's not say OJ, that was a bad example. Hey, nobody, we shouldn't be representing him, but you get the point. Like a high profile case, if somebody is not gonna pick this guy, they're gonna pick somebody who, you know, their image is up, you know. So we have control of that. It's very important that we take control of that. Like Jay-Z say, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. You know, we really have to like internalize that, because I don't care if you don't got a business, you still are a business, regardless, because you have your brand. Your brand might not make you any money, but that can change in the future. Kevin Hart, for example, I mean, he got millions on millions. He's good, but we saw how, I forgot what award show he was supposed to host, but what ended up happening was he didn't end up hosting it because of some tweets came out like a couple days before. I guess he had, I think it was homophobic stories. I don't remember what the controversy was. I didn't get too caught up in that story. But basically, tweets from years ago, affecting his brand today. And he was the same person, still Kevin Hart, and whatever it is, like I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart is not a homophobic or whatever the remarks were. I'm sure he has no, you know, hate towards those people, or no, like, you know, ill will towards those people. But, you know, he was probably cracking a joke, something like that back then. Twitter used to be real crazy back in the day, and he was in that. Now it's a lot more politically correct and stuff like that. So, like, stuff that used to fly back in the day is not going to fly today. And he got caught up in that. And because of that, he missed out on the bag. I mean, he's good. It's not like he really hurting at all. But, like, it still was a nice little bag. I'm sure he would have got paid something nice. Something probably more than what a lot of us make in a year, you know, just for hosting the award show. And so that just goes to show how important our brand is at all times. And so we have to remember that, yo, like right now I'm in my room. Nobody's watching me except, I mean, I am recording, but as soon as this video is over and I'm in my room or whatever, nobody's watching me. But the world is watching you. And I say that because we all have goals in life, you know, things like that. And we have a personal brand and image to uphold. And I like what this channel is based around is self-improvement. We should always be growing. Like being stagnant is just not, it's just not what's up. That's not you're wasting your chance at life. Like I think about all the time how, you know, the sperm cells and stuff like that, how many of them are shot out and then you are the one that made it. You were the one like that. To me, that's kind of divine in a sense, because I think it could have been so many other, and so like that's a whole nother topic that we can talk about. But anyway, I'm big on personal branding and stuff like that. Like for example, for me with social media, I do be kind of wilding a little bit, but like my main two focuses is to like be funny and like, you know, help people laugh. So I like making people laugh, but also to bring people wisdom. And I know that if you if you just do wisdom, a lot of people not going, it's just not as entertaining as like Netflix and stuff like that. And so, but if you like tie in some of both and together, I really feel like, you know, more people listen to it. And so, for example, I'm a Leo. And so one of the things I try to do wherever I go, because all the zodiac signs, they have different planets related to them. Leo is the only sign with the sun. It doesn't have a planet, it has the sun. And as a kid, that just always stuck with me or whatever. And whenever I go, like, places, I like hearing compliments like, dang, Carl, you always in a good mood. Like, dang, like, I'm glad you, like, came. Like, you always bring good vibes. Or, like, I got some friends that be like, yeah, man, make sure you hit me up every now and then or whatever. Because whenever we talk about some deep shit that I don't be talking about with nobody else. And it's, like, real motivational. Like, you really keep me going. Like, you know, this, that. I like hearing stuff like that, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this today. Like, I actually kind of feel dumb for waiting this long. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. But we here today. We bossing up. We progress it from here on out. But anyway, back to the whole sun thing. Wherever I go, I like to like be like that sunshine in people's life. It's like, dang, wherever Carl's around, it's like, man, like it's good vibes, like it's good energy around. And so that's kind of like one of my like goals in life to do, and I try to do it on a daily basis. Because I know that people, you never know what they have going on. Sometimes, you know, people's life sucks, you know, like, I mean, life is hard for everybody, but some people might be in a rut. And, you know, just that one conversation, you know, telling them about like, hey, yo, just keep grinding. Or you might put them on something like, hey, yeah, like, check out this job. I saw they was hiring, you know, something like that. Like, get them out that rut. You never know what that can do to people. And that's why I try to stay on 10 with the energy, always good vibes, no negativity. I mean, it's life, shit happens, but like, I try my best to be as positive as possible. Another thing, I'm real big into, I like David Goggins. If y'all in the self-improvement space, you probably heard of him. But when he was getting interested in the Navy SEALs and stuff like that when he was watching the little show he was watching, when the guys were graduating from, I guess, Navy SEALs school. I don't know, Hell Week or whatever. Oh no, the Navy SEALs training or whatever. Hell Week is a part of it, but a lot of guys drop off throughout it. A lot of guys dropped off, but the guys that did make it, they talked about how they detested mediocrity. These men, like, mediocrity is just not good enough for them. They want to be great. And I feel like we should all be like that. Like, personally, I hate mediocrity. Like, I know that I can have an average life, so therefore I gotta have more than average life, because it's like I need something challenging. I need to be something to strive for. I need to keep growing. And if I'm not growing, I don't feel whole. I feel kind of depressed. I feel like we are humanly designed this way. God, the universe, whatever you believe in, they designed us this way so that we are always growing, and like we have the potential to be, great. It's one of the quotes I like. I can't even remember where I first read this, but it talked about how, like, the gods envy humans, because with gods or whatever, if they want to do something, they do it. They just do it. They're a god. Like, they know it's gonna get done. With humans, they envy humans because humans don't know. When you go out and strive for a goal, you don't know. You're probably going to fail. And most business people, for example, I want to do business. Most business people fail. I failed at business already or whatever. So, like, it's just a part of the game. But how many people are fail and, that's it? And how many people, it's like, nah, no matter how many times I fail, it's kind of like a baby walking. I'm going to fall, but I'm going to get back up and try again. I'm going to fall, I'm going to get back up and try again. I'm going to fall. Those are the people that make it. And some people, they never fail. That's just not the norm. And then some people fail, like, 4 or 5 times. Some people make it, fail, but because they have the skill set, they make it again. And that's how it's just something, like, eternal. Like, we have to detest mediocrity. And so I don't want to make this video too long. But like I said, just remember, no matter what you do, king or queen, the world is watching. Even though they're not watching right now, they're going to see the fruits of your labor. So you ain't grinding, you ain't doing shit with your life. In the next 10 years, people going to see that. In the next 20 years, people going to see that. In the next 30 years, people going to see that. In the next 40 years, people going to say that. I'm 27 currently, so I still got that much time left. And I don't want people thinking that, like, yo, I ain't do shit in my life. I want people thinking, like, oh, like, which it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't, but, like, I don't care what people think, but I do care what people think, because I do want my self-image, my brand, to be something worthy, something like that. Like, I want to leave, like, some type of legacy, and I don't ever want my, like, reputation to be tarnished. Like, I want to be known as, like, that sunshine that's going around. I don't want anything to ever tarnish that. And so I'm gonna wrap up the video here. We detest mediocrity around here. King, the world is watching. God is watching, the universe is watching, whatever you believe in, they're watching, and they're all waiting on us all to become the greatest version of ourselves. And so let's go ahead and do that. Let's boss up our lives, and we out.